MWAH.
MWAH. Welcome back, everyone. I think it's episode 27.
I think it's 28.
Maybe 28, 27 of Cocteau Twinks. Bitch, it's been we've been doing this.
We've been doing this. We will keep doing this.
I was I feel like people have been talking to me recently being like, oh, like you've been doing this for like a hot minute. Like it wasn't just like a phase. Cause I don't know. I mean, then again, it hasn't even been like a year yet, but that's kind of cool, right?
It's a commitment.
Like,
are the people saying that is in like a congratulations or like, oh, you're still going?
I mean, like, it's funny because people are just like always like, oh, like I see your little podcast on like my TikTok.
It's a huge podcast. Very famous people are on it. Also,
forgive us because we are both like sick the house down. Literally so fucking sick. I think I got sick because I was jumping on a white man's dick and he destroyed my immune system and then I passed it on to Ethan.
When I jumped on your dick.
Yeah, when you jumped on my dick. So I just wanted to like say sorry.
That's okay, baby.
But yeah, like I'm really sick, so just like forgive me.
Yeah.
The show still goes on. That's how fucking dedicated I am. It's like I'm fucking dying the house down, yet I'll still do the fucking podcast.
Oh, okay, you're making it sound like a competition. Because like, do you remember the episode where I was a skeleton? And that other one where I was a ghoul.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Anyways.
I feel like you always try to like come up with a joke or a bit and it never fucking works. Like I want to see one of your fucking jokes land.
Okay, maybe you be in charge of jokes.
Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Anyways. Okay, I just want to say, first of all, this is so embarrassing on my end. But basically like, I was talking about in the last episode how like I met this guy in the club and then we were like talking, right? And like he has me on Instagram. This was my first mistake. I should have just like given him my number because I'm like DL like that. But I was like, no, I'm going to give him my Instagram. So then I did. And then of course he like, because one thing a man has is fucking time, okay? That motherfucker will literally sit down, eat his fucking breakfast, watch his fucking YouTube, and the guy that I was talking to decided to watch my podcast. So he fucking watched the whole episode where I was literally talking about him and wanting to fucking jump on his fucking dick. And then when we were talking, like over text, he like referenced it. And then he was like, oh yeah, I listened to the whole thing. Like, why the fuck would you tell me that? Like, actually, like, why the fuck would you tell me that?
It's to hold you accountable. Really, that's just...
It's just like, no, it pissed me off because it's like, you know, can't a bitch just have like their own private space? Can't a bitch have their own safe space to like share? You know? And it's like, obviously, like, it's like, okay, like, yeah, whatever, Jade discovers public forum and like how people can just access anything on the internet, but it's also like this is my job. Like I have to share. Like if something happens to me and like, you know, I go out and I kiki and I kai with someone, like I have to fucking hop on the fucking podcast and be like, oh, like this is what happened to me. Like, and like, I don't know, like I was trying to like move in silence because like I want this to like be like a good experience, but obviously because I can't keep my big fat mouth fucking shut, I don't know, I low-key feel like it's like I gave myself the ick for like being like so fucking like unbearably stupid. So it's just embarrassing. And it reminds me of like when one time, like, because I write on like Substack, and then I like wrote about this guy that I used to see, and then he called me and he was like, oh, I read what you wrote, like, Reggie wrote you. He said Reggie wrote you, and I was like, oh, and he was like, oh, well, I actually just wanted to say sorry for like how I treated you because it was like not cute. I talked about this before, but it's like that was like a cute experience where I was like, oh, okay, so like, you know, somebody is like actually like apologizing to me for like being evil, but in this case, like I was being evil and I was being cheeky, and now I've paid the price for it. It's just really embarrassing. It's like, and I rewatched the episode because I was like, I wonder what he listened to, and I fucking listened to myself speak and like say things and do things things on the fucking podcast, and I was like, okay, I'm actually gonna kill myself. Like, this is so embarrassing. Like, literally, like, I watch myself in the podcast. I'm like, I'm the last person I would ever fuck. Like, genuinely, like, it's disgusting. It's actually disgusting.
Don't say that. That's a terrible thing to say.
No, it's just because I'm be acting crazy, boots the house down on this thing, and it's like, I keep being too crazy, and it's like I need to chill, and it's like, you know, it's like Alyssa, how like she has like a private. Okay, we have a friend named Alyssa, and she has like a private account on Instagram because like on Instagram she's like a cool like it girl from like Mianjin, but then she has a private account where she posts all her crazy shit. And she was telling me like, yeah, when I was like talking to my boyfriend, like I like used my private account to post all my crazy stuff, and then I kept my public account cute, like keep it cute, right? And then after they got together, after she secured the bag, then she was like to him like, oh, let me show you what I've been posting about you. And then she showed him everything. And then he was like chill with it. But it's like, I don't want to do that because it's like, that's just not me. Like, I feel like if I'm going to do something really crazy, like I'm just going to fucking do it. Like, I don't need to hide behind like a fucking, like a veil or like a private account, a Finsta or like a burner, you know? I'm just like not that type of person, but obviously it like fucking ends up biting me in the ass anyways. So maybe I should reconsider, you know?
Let me speak my truth.
Speak your
No, I don't
truth.
really have a truth, but I don't think you necessarily need a Finsta. And I think sharing your stories is fine. But if you were to have like a very special like instance with someone, I feel like there's something important with like not sharing it with everyone like it's a crazy story, and just be like telling like your close friends rather than it being like a podcast episode.
But that situation was like a crazy story, right?
That
was like a really like that was like a really crazy like a crazy like meet cute, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so obsessed with meet cute right now, like you have no idea.
No, that story is good. The like imagining jumping on his cock and balls was not necessary. But no,
it's an element of the story. Like I
there
have
are 5
to,
elements to a
yeah, there are
story,
5
man.
elements to storytelling. Okay, that was an element. Okay, I had to share, but like whatever. Okay, we'll just like we'll see what happens. Like stay tuned. We'll see what happens. But like it's just interesting that like I always like think in my head like, oh fuck, like this podcast is like putting my fucking love life on the line, and it's like ruining my life. But then I realize like, oh, I am actually like the artist, and this is like my medium. Like I'm the one, like I'm ruining my own love life. Like it's not the fucking podcast, it's the people on the podcast and what they're talking about.
The people plural.
Yeah, which is me and you, literally.
Can you believe it?
So yeah, but I don't know. As I was saying before, I'm like obsessed with like meet cute. Like I think that like I'm so done with Hinge. I'm so done with Hinge because guess what? I literally had a fucking Hinge date set up, and 20 minutes before the fucking date, I'm leaving the house. And then my sister Jack is like, oh, who's the guy you're seeing? And then I showed her, and she was like, oh, that's funny because I met up with him a couple months ago and we went on a date.
Boy.
And I was like, are you serious? So then I had to message him and be like, oh, like, I'm sorry, like, but this is just kind of awkward because you've already gone on a date with my sister. Like, bitch, you're not going to get pussy from 2 sisters. Let me tell you something. So I was like, I said to him, like, sorry, like, I'm like, let's just like leave it at that. But then he was like, he laughed. He was like, oh, I remember Jack. And then he was like, oh, it's fine. But then later, Jack told me this like particular thing he said to her on the date. Bitch. So she told me that when they met up, he was wearing a jacket from Needles. Nina. He was wearing a jacket from Needles. Okay, y'all know fucking Needles, right? So then like she said to him like, oh, I like your jacket. And he looked her dead in the fucking eyes and was like, do you know what this brand is? Like, bitch, do you know what Needles is? Like, okay, like one thing I fucking hate in this world, like the most, is a fashion motherfucker. Like, you better get the fuck out of my face before I literally fucking saw off all your fucking limbs with a fucking chainsaw. Like, what is wrong with fashion motherfuckers, especially men, and especially the one in Melbourne. Like literally the ones in Melbourne, they're all fucking crazy. Like, and it's funny that like, why is it like that in order to be like a fashion motherfucker in Melbourne, you need a prerequisite of being a rapist, a sexual assaulter, a pedophile, an Asian fetishist, like, or just a fucking asshole cunt? Like, why is that a fucking thing here? Like, can we not fucking do that?
No, let's.
No, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. But it's like, it's just like this thing of like, I mean, I'm sure it's just, you know, a class thing, right? Like people who can afford this type of fashion just like tend to be like pieces of shit. But it's like, do you know what needles is? Like, is the sky blue? You dumb fuck. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Do you know what needles is? Like, anyways, it's just like, it really fucking, that really pissed me off. And I was like, thank fuck I didn't go on a date with him, because if I went on a date with him and he fucking tried some shit like that with me, oh, trust and believe that motherfucker was not going to make it home that night.
I would, yeah. Yeah, I can acknowledge that that's like annoying, but because I'm not a fashion person, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, kind of. And I would think nothing of it.
But it's just so like, it's like asking someone like.
I think the way he asked it, like I could probably, like if someone said it to me, I would sense that they're being like an asshole.
Yeah, like you're just being pretentious as fuck, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and I feel like the assumption that like what, like why would you assume that like my sister doesn't know what that brand is? She didn't at the time. Let me actually just make that clear. Now she does, but it's also like what is indicating like of her look and what she's into that she doesn't know what the brand is? Like, you know, she's a fashion diva. She loves fashion. But it's just like, you know, it's like that pisses me off as well. And it's like,
Needles very popular?
Needles is like the fucking brand. Like, bitch, you see everyone with a fucking Needles pad. Every single one of our friends has a fucking pair of Needles pads. The house down, including myself.
Okay, just had to, that just seemed very like,
Needles, Needles is, oh my God, we're dying. Needles is like a popular ass brand, and it's just like, it's like asking, you know, about like, what's another one? I don't know. It's like it's asking like, oh, this is H&M, like MWAH H&M collab. Do you know MWAH? Do you know H&M? Like, it's so stupid. Like, shut the fuck up. I'll fucking kill you.
Yes, I know MWAH, mama. Don't cough on the mic.
I beat this MWAH down. No, we have disinfectant wipes. I'm gonna wipe these microphones. This is a public library, you guys. We're gonna clean it. But yeah,
clean it.
But yeah, that just really pissed me off. And then after like that date falling through, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm done with Hinge. Like, I'm just done the house down. Like, I can't fucking handle it. I literally can't fucking handle it. Also, shout out my t-shirt. This is from a brand. I literally can't fucking remember the name, but I'm going to find it and I'm going to link it in the box so that y'all can order shirts too. But yeah, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, okay, wait. So I'm done with Hinge, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm on like my meet cute shit. Like, I want to like meet people in real life. So then this is like the crazy thing this is the crazy thing that happened to me this weekend, like last weekend, right? Like, you know, 2 days ago. So, like, oh my God, I'm dying. So I went out with my friends, right? And then we went to the club. We were at the club, and then while I was in line, I fucking bumped into this guy that I used to like sleep with a year ago, but like we really don't see each other. We probably met officially maybe like 3 or 4 times. He was like leaving the city because he's like just finished work, and I was like, I just came into the city to go out. And then I was like, oh my God, like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, like, I might try get into the club. And I was like, do you want to hang out? So then we ended up like spending the night together. We like went out. We went to like, we couldn't get into the club that we initially wanted to, so then we went to like this shit club. And then he asked me to come back to his house, and I was like, oh. And like, I didn't prepare to like fuck anyone this night. I didn't prep. Like, my pussy had a couple loose hairs, right? Like, the hairs were growing back, like just a little bit, you know, just a smidge, because I get laser. But then like, I was like, fuck it, like, okay, whatever. I went back to his house, and then like, yeah, we ended up fucking, and we like fucked down. It's crazy because I was telling Ethan this. I for some reason in my mind, I like forgot that he like had a big dick. So then when I saw it again, I was like, oh.
Maybe it grew.
Like maybe it grew in size like within a year or something, but I was like, oh, like I forgot this. But then we fucked and it was like so good. Yeah, and he like yeah, I was like, he's just good. Like he's just good. He's just good. Like that's just what I can say. Like, you know, when I can really feel it like in my gut, it's like getting a reaction in my gut. I'm like, okay, like it's like, you know, I feel like my gut is like on the verge of exploding. I'm like, okay, like this is working for me. This is working for me. And he like does this thing when we fuck where like bitch, he be treating me like a rag doll, honey. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's like I love to be thrown around. Like, what can I say? I'll demonstrate on you. He like he did this thing to me, right? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
You been for real?
You turn to me. Put your legs up like butterfly. Like this. He like did this thing where like, you know, imagine Ethan is me. So just like, you chill on the bed, just chill. Just chill. Hold your legs. Right? So I'm like sitting like that. He grabbed me and then he like pulled me towards him. Like it was like this. It was like,
please be careful.
Bitch, it was so hot. Sorry, I don't have the strength for it, but you can imagine. Okay, just like imagine, right? And he just like pulled me to him and then he fucked me. He fucked me. He FUCKEDD fucked me down, honey. I was like, Anyways, but this reminded me, and I was talking about this on TikTok, how like when I was like earlier this year, I used to see this guy and I went over to his house and he like lived with his parents, right? Beautiful house, by the way. Anyways, I met his mom briefly for like 5 minutes and then I stayed the night and then I left. And then later when I saw him again, this guy was telling me like, oh, like my mom like doesn't really like you. And I was like, what do you mean? And then he's like, yeah, we like kind of got in an argument about it. And she said this fucking thing about me, which is so fucking
false.
Crazy.
It's false.
Right? Like his mom said to him, this is another guy I was like seeing, by the way. Sorry, I should have clarified. Okay. Like his mom said like, oh, I'm surprised that like you brought her to our house. And then like the guy I was seeing, he was like, what do you mean? And then she like literally looked at him and was like, oh, I thought you liked petite women. Bitch.
I'm gonna go.
Petite women. Like, oh, I'm like not giving Petitiana Grande right now, apparently. Like, oh, sorry. Like literally, like, are you fucking crazy? Like, why the fuck would you ever say that about anyone, period, but especially someone that like your kid is seeing? She was kind of giving me very like boy mom, and like because she's white as well, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. But like literally like like hottie, crazy, mental institution, bitch need a straight jacket. Like literally I was like, you're fucking crazy, the house down. So the reason why I was reminded of this story, because I was like, oh, well, if I'm so fucking, you know, enlarged and, you know, inflated, like, and just like, you know, so fucking, like, if I'm so fucking big, then why can this man with a skinny twink build that I was fucking on the weekend throw me around? So I was like, maybe I actually am petite, and she was just lying, and she was like purposely trying to give me like body dysmorphia.
Please don't get that.
So that was like sort of like the conclusion that I came to. So yeah,
you're probably like the petitest like person I've ever seen.
Yeah, someone commented on my TikTok. They were like, "You're so petite. I always worry for you when it's windy outside."
Don't worry about Jay. Worry about me.
Yeah, worry about Ethan. Ethan's like those like blow up things at like the car sales. You know that. Like that go like wee, you know, like the nice. Gumby looking things.
That's not nice.
But yeah, so that was my weekend. I ended up getting home at like 6 a.m. that night, so that was kind of crazy. I think that's why I'm like really sick the house down, because my body is like actually like fighting and battling me and telling me like, okay, like enough is enough. Like you're being too much 365 party girl, and like you need to shut the fuck up and chill.
I think we were sick before that, but you can believe what.
Yeah, well, I just thought I had hay fever, but like it's getting weird. Like
hay
it's getting
fever.
weird. It's like not cute anymore. It's like so not meat cute.
just a cold. Still.
But you know, hopefully I'll get better. I just feel like sick. Like I feel like man flu sick. You know,
Man flu is
real.
is not going into
man
the city
flu is real.
But it's not going into the city to record a podcast. It's staying in bed and crying and calling everyone and saying, "I'm so sick."
Yeah, I'm sore sick. Like, I'm sore fucking sick right now, you guys. Like, literally. But I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe like I can still walk around. Like, I'm sure a man with a flu can walk around. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like not like.
No, the flu is like not good. But I don't think man flu is the flu. I think man flu is like a cold, but you're like being dramatic because you're a man.
Yeah.
But my man flu is worse because this morning I sneezed and then all like my shit came up into my mouth and I was like, oh, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and spit it out. But then I sneezed again and it went all over my shirt.
Ew.
It was kind of meat cute. It was giving me
No,
cute.
that is really meat cute. Like,
I met
imagine
the snot of my dreams.
like imagine you're in public and then you walk past someone and then all of a sudden you saw them like sneeze all down their shirt.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, like hi.
Yeah. Do you need a hand? And then like you just start rubbing.
Yeah, you just like start rubbing in like various places.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like really all for the meet cute now because I just like I I used to be like wait. I used to be like really chill with Hinge and like, oh yeah, Hinge is working for me. But like if I really think about it, like if I could compare like all of the good Hinge dates versus the bad Hinge dates, I feel like more of them have been like worse than like good. Did I ever tell you guys that story of like, okay, I used to see this guy who, okay, you're just gonna fucking walk around, you're just gonna fucking run around, okay. Yeah, okay. We're literally in a fucking meeting right now. Like, we only booked this room for a fucking hour, and all you can do is fuck around.
What happened?
All you can do
I
is fuck
disconnected.
around. Stay in your seat, keep your hands to yourself, and let mother tell a story. Anyways, so I used to see this guy who was like British. Wait, wrong one.
That one.
No.
You got rid of it.
This one.
Yeah.
Wait, stop. No.
Stop.
Wait, no, like stop. Wait, no, stop it. Stop. Wait, no, literally stop.
Okay, stay in your seat. Keep your hands to
Okay.
yourself. I'm gonna press it.
I used to see this guy who was British. Oh my god, he cursed me. He fucking gave me like an olden day curse. Anyways, so I remember, okay, he like sort of like just moved to Melbourne, so he like didn't have a bed frame, so he just had like a mattress on the floor, and we used to fuck on that fucking mattress on the floor. And one time when we were fucking, he was like fucking me from behind, and then he like was like holding like my head, right, you know, of course, and then, bitch, I was taking it. Oh, bitch, I was taking it. Let me tell you something. So then I was taking it inside me. And then at one point he like put my head down, like, cause he wants to like, you know, push it into the bed. But obviously because he doesn't have a fucking bed frame and the mattress is on the floor, he slams my face into the ground. I was like, bitch! He slammed my face into the ground and I was like, ouch! And then I like got up and then my fucking eyebrow piercing started bleeding and then there was blood like dripping like down my face. And then he was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. But then I was like, excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom. And then I went to the bathroom and then I was like cleaning my face, like fuck. I mean, it hurt like for like a second in the moment. But then I was also like, bitch, why the fuck did you do that to my face when you know you don't even have a fucking bed frame? The fuck? Like, of course my face was gonna land in the fucking ground, like, right? So I was like, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That was a weird moment in my life. And I remember
that specific moment or that period of time?
That period of time. And I remember he lived very close to my friend B, and because I'm like, I was on Grindr as well, and then well, actually, B wasn't on Grindr because she's a classy woman and she would never use that app. Yeah. Grindr, that's a gay app. Anyways, I remember I could see she was like 200 meters from me and I was like, oh, we're in the area. And then she was like, get the fuck out of my neighborhood, you fucking slut. And I was like, okay. But yeah, I remember that story too. I had like another weird hookup story. Oh yeah. Well, did I talk about how like, okay, this is why like I don't like seeing guys that, or just people in general that are like my age or similar, because like a lot of them like haven't moved out of home. Like that evil situationship that I talked about from like eons ago or whatever. Like I remember like one time when we had sex, he like snuck me into his house, and mind you, this guy's like 24 years old. Like you have no business to be that fucking old at your big fucking age sneaking people into your house. But then I remember like it was like late and we were hanging out, and he was like, do you want to come to my house? And I was like, sure. And then when I got to his house, he like made me take off my shoes so that I wouldn't make noise in the house, and I had to like tiptoe in his house. Nice, beautiful, nice ass house, by the way. This is like a bougie ass house with like a descending like staircase, like a floating staircase, you know the one? Anyways, and then I remember when we woke up in the morning, I wasn't allowed to leave his house until his dad like got in the shower. So then when his dad got in the shower, he like made me like get dressed really fast, and then we just like dipped out the house. And that was like probably one of like the most degrading things that I'd ever experienced like this year, because like I understand like if you have to do that shit when you're like 15 or 16 years old, like okay, like I get it, right? But at that point, like you're an adult, you can't have a conversation with your parents of like, oh, hey, like I'm having someone over. Right? Like I feel like it's, and especially being a man and the privilege of like being a man and being allowed to bring allowed to bring over people to your house compared to being a woman, right? It's so like you don't even know how fucking lucky you have it, right? Because like I remember when I was living at home, like when I was a teenager, my fucking dad, like literally like he would never, ever, ever let my sisters or I ever bring anyone to our house, like even boyfriends and stuff like that. So like that's why I fucking lost my virginity in a fucking public fucking restroom. Let me tell you something. But then like it's like if you're a man, if you're a boy, if you're a man, like they just like assume that you fuck anyways. So they're like, okay, like whatever. So yeah, it's just like some fucking bullshit, you know. Obviously,
you just left the house.
Yeah, I should have. I mean, honestly, like obviously, I should have just not even agreed to go to his house in the first place. But, you know, that's the joy of being an insecure 20-something who has like no self-respect or like boundaries. Obviously, I'm a lot different to how I was then, but at the time, I was just like deluded and foolish. So yeah,
it's a lesson. Hopefully.
Yeah, I love that like life just keeps teaching me lessons. Like when am I actually just gonna like when am I just gonna have it normal, it easy? When am I just gonna have like a meet cute?
You've had like 3 meet cutes
I
in the past
know.
week.
I keep having all these weird meet cutes, and it's like, stop, you guys. Like, stop. Like, please. Like, ladies, one at a time.
Watch it stop and you be miserable.
Yeah, I know, right?
So don't say stop.
Anyways. Oh, I did want to make a point just to bring up that, I mean, this doesn't necessarily really tie into like the conversation, but like I just wanted to bring up that domestic violence in Australia is fucked. Like it's really bad. It's obviously like, you know, like femicide exists all around the world. But in Australia, it's like especially bad. So bad that like they literally have to broadcast like advertisements about not killing your wife and like not fucking bashing women. Obviously there needs like they should actually be pushing these ads at an even higher rate, because clearly the ads are not helping and women keep being murdered and dying. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like it's something that like every like woman or just every femme person in like Melbourne or just even Australia like has experience with and understands, but I feel like a lot of men just like refuse to talk about it, whether you're straight or gay. Like I feel like just men don't really acknowledge this, period. And there's a lot of misogyny in like not just like straight male culture, but in like gay male culture as well. So yeah, like I just like I just wanted to say that like I think it's really sad that like every single woman or femme person, trans woman will like, it's very likely that every single one of them will have an experience like relating to domestic violence or like sexual assault or rape. But then like men just like, they just don't fucking know this.
Yeah.
Like they just don't, they're not even like aware of the fact, you know, and it's like, wake the fuck up is what I'm trying to say. Like wake the fuck up and like realize that like, you know, every day women are being like discriminated against and, you know, being raped and being assaulted and being hurt and being abused by men. And like, it's something that like we need to do more to protect the women in our lives. Like we need to do more to protect the trans women in our lives. We need to do more to protect the femme presenting people in our lives, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that because like I think it's something that has been weighing very heavy on me these like honestly these past few months, because like literally every fucking time I fucking look at the fucking news, like another fucking woman has been fucking killed or raped or injured or like all these things, and it's just like,
yeah,
like knock it off. Like, no, sorry. Like, actually fucking cut it out. Like, seriously, stop. Like, or just at least acknowledge that, like, it's real and, like, it's happening, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely a huge problem. And I feel like a lot of men, like, don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Which is, like, the most concerning thing. Because, like, no matter, like, it obviously affects women a bunch, but it's, like, the only people that can really stop it are the men.
Yeah.
And they just show, like, such a lack of interest.
Exactly. It's like, it's a men's issue, you know? It's not like a women's issue. Like, we shouldn't, like women shouldn't be the ones who are like being told like how they can prevent the situation or like stop the situation. Like, I shouldn't have to fucking carry a fucking taser or a fucking like, you know, can of deep heat spray on me to prevent me from getting fucking raped walking home or getting murdered walking home. Like, it's like, no, these fucking men need to be the ones who learn manners and who learn respect and learn how to actually like see women as equals and as people instead of just like objects and fetishes and just things that they can fuck around with.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, a lot of men need to go to that that class for men that had in Fleabag. That one? No, but seriously, they need to be sent away to a camp. But
okay,
the
no,
most likely thing
I
is
think
that
all
men
men
just need to talk about
no,
it.
I think all men should be born in jail and forced to prove their way out. I'm sorry, that's just the real tea. Like, really, really, okay.
But then everyone would just be gay. Would you really want that?
Like all men, yeah, all the men are just gay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. My pussy is gay conversion therapy.
Is that bad?
Because like when we were dating, right? Like, you know, you were straight and then you fucked my pussy and then you became gay. And then you left me. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, yeah. The
So,
first time it happened, I said, let's cut it.
Yeah,
We're
if
not
you
doing it
ever
anymore.
want to turn like any man gay, just like send him to me because like
Oh, that's smart because like you really are like
I
just
can
craving
ensure it.
cock.
Like, put him in a room with me for an hour, but she's coming out transgender.
You're a
So that's the real
marketing
tea.
genius.
Literally,
This is your way of just getting a
literally,
whole bunch
like,
of
you
men
know,
coming your way.
the four walls of my pussy, babe, they're open. It's open for business. But you know what? Like, yeah.
I
But-
think we got sidetracked.
Yeah, sorry, we got sidetracked. But like, I was gonna say something else. That well, first of all, like, I just think like, I was gonna say like, I feel like our experiences with like, I guess, I don't know, like the way that men sort of act about when it comes to women and stuff, it would be really different because like, you know, you went to like a all boys private school, right?
Yeah.
I went to like a co-ed public school. But even in my co-ed public school, like the guys that I was friends with, they were fucked. Like I was friends with like all these like crazy ass fucking incels when I was 15. And like they used to have a Discord server where they would post like fucking rape porn in it and like just be like laughing about it and talking about Berserk and oh, Berserk is so funny because there's like rape in it, like just like really really gross shit like that, and like, you know, referring to women as like females and like objects and stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, being friends with guys like that low-key fucking ruined me because it also put me in like a position where I felt like I had to act like that in order to be accepted by them. And they would like sexualize me and say the most like abhorrent shit to me all the time. Like call me a tranny and like a faggot and like a trap. That was like their big thing. Like a girl with a dick, a trap. And then they would call me that all the time. And I just would like laugh at it and accept it because I was like, oh, like I will not have any other friends if I'm not friends with these guys. I was basically just like deluding myself because I was so fucking lonely. But yeah, eventually when I got older, I like obviously like started like actually educating myself and realizing that like, you know, it's not okay to just like even fucking jokes like that and shit like that is so fucking disgusting and gross and like you know, that's something, the misogyny that like is so ingrained within like society and like, you know, this world that we live in and this culture that we live in where like it's so normal to be misogynistic is like, that is something that like you really actually have to like actively unlearn because like there's so many things in our fucking culture that is teaching us to fucking hate women and to not treat women like people, right? So it's like you actually have to like recognize that for yourself and want to change that. Yeah. Even like gay, and even in fucking gay culture, right? Like even with gay men, like I know some fucking misogynistic ass gay men where like they think that they can like, they think that they're one of the girls so that they can judge women and they can call women ugly and fat and like, you know, all those things like that. But it's like, you know, like there's cutting up and there's kiki, like, you know, having a kiki and cutting up with the girls. But then there's also fucking respect and boundaries and knowing your place as a gay fucking man. Like you don't like, you know, you don't fucking call women bitches and then get mad when I call you a faggot. Seriously. Clock it. Because like don't be fucking disrespecting women. And like because you think that because you're a gay man, you understand my fucking experience as a POC, like queer person, like that we are on the same level. But bitch, we will never be on the same fucking level. You will never be on my level. At the end of the day, you're still fucking white. You're still a fucking man. So back the fuck up. T. Damn, I gagged. Wait, low key, I gagged. We gag the love we think we deserve.
Yeah, you're gonna make me gag. Yeah, you ate the house. You ate the whole house.
Oh, okay. So you're jumping on the fucking bandwagon that I'm not a petite woman. Oh, okay. Bitch.
I literally, Jay,
I'm
come on.
fucking done.
No, please.
I'm
The
fucking
first
done.
time we
No,
met,
I'm
the
actually
first
fucking
time we
done with
met,
this fucking
the
podcast.
first time
I'm
I ever
fucking
saw
leaving.
you, I said,
I'm
wow,
fucking
you
going
were
home.
so
I'm fucking
petite.
going home. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you and I'm fucking going home, bitch.
Oh, wow. Wait, come back, do it again. Baby, come back, do it again.
No. I'm done.
You're done?
I'm fucking done, okay? I'm actually fucking done. I fucking can't stand to look at your fucking face anymore. I'm fucking done.
You trying to get a reaction out of me? I can finish the episode. Oh, now you need me. Now you need me as a shoulder to lean on.
Bitch.
Lean on me.
I'm literally fucking dying. This is the last thing I'm gonna do before I fucking die.
I'm just not buying it that you're really that sick.
You are fucking gaslighting me the house down.
You've been way sick in the past.
You are literally fucking gaslighting me, okay? I'm sick. S-I-C-K.
That's not how you spell it. Let me check your fever.
Oh,
you don't have a fever. You've had a fever before. Fever is the worst. Come on.
bitch. Okay. Sorry, to continue.
Yeah. To continue, men are just really gross.
Well, I was gonna ask you what were the men like in your school. I thought you were gonna like elaborate on that.
Oh, I can. Yeah, no, I'm sure the men at my school were very gross. What
do you mean you're sure? Bitch, you went there.
Yeah. Let me finish a fucking sentence. Damn. Actually, I don't want to talk anymore.
No, please come back. Ethan, come back. I'm sorry. Ethan, come back. I'm sorry. Ethan, come back. Yeah, no, I hate to see you go, but I love to see you walk away. Oh. Also, thank you everyone for the feedback on me throwing ass in the last episode. You know, I take pride in my twerking ability.
Okay, I'm trying to talk about women. And you're
produce this fucking conversation which you keep fucking referring to, bitch.
No, okay, so I went to all boys school, and that means that a lot of the boys never interact with women, which means a couple things. They're somewhat less likely to affect women while they're not in contact with any women. But the ones that were definitely like friends with women, I'm sure they did not treat very well. But I was not really friends with them because they tended to be more popular. But I know that like, well, in my experience, I'm sure I used to say not great things about women and terrible things because I was not as good as a person. So I'm sure that applies to other people at my school. Yes. But I think my school did try to be like, oh, you guys have to be up to grow up to be like good men and stuff is something they really tried to do because a lot of boys' schools have like terrible history with like being shit guys. So the school did try, but it's also like a lot of the students at that age just do not give a gaff.
Yeah. But also like I feel like as a school, like I mean obviously like schools need to do more to be able to educate like their students, but like there's only so much the school can do because it's like if you already have like a sort of like misogynistic upbringing like regarding your family and like, you know, based on whatever situation you are, like, and like especially in private school, all the fucking people that go there are like upper middle class, like, so of course they're fucking like what's the word, like aristocrat like assholes. I don't know, I don't think I'm saying it right, but like sorry, I'm too poor to know that word, but yeah, it's like there's only so much the school can do because if they're already raised like to be little misogynists, then they're just gonna keep like enforcing that, and all the people around them are just gonna keep enabling that because they're all the same. But yeah,
I think part of it is like a lot of people like if they are like terrible teenagers at a boys' school, a lot of them can grow out of it and realize that what they've done in the past is like wrong, because like once they leave school, they make friends with people from a lot of other lifestyles, which is important because otherwise you're just friends with a whole bunch of rich.
Do you feel like guys from your school have unlearned that?
I'm sure some of them have.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like
some have, but
no,
there's still people that you just surround yourself with the same people, like terrible people, and you just repeat that.
The few guys that I've interacted with in your high school, like from your high school, post high school, are pretty chill. Like, you know, shout out Tom, Charles,
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Shout out
Elijah.
Yeah. Okay, shout out Elijah. Elijah's just weird.
Like
Elijah's just weird.
Don't say that.
I love him, and he's not a misogynist, but he's just weird. Okay, but I love him. I love him down. Heavy down.
Yeah, but I think
then
like,
I was gonna say that like I do remember there was this one guy from your school who was just like, he was just like a massive like player, like a little bit of a like a fuck boy when we were in high school, and like I always wonder if like he's different or if he's still the same. I mean, I don't know. Like I kind of saw who he's dating now, and I'm like, oh, like okay. But I mean, one of the guys from your high school is a doll now, and she's fierce. So shout out that doll. And oh my God, no. Okay, you know who I'm thinking of? Okay, there's this guy that went to Edith's high school that was like, he was like the token like he will go to like a wine bar and like read like feminist literature. Like he is like that guy. And we all thought he was a fag when we were in high school. We were like, oh, he's gay, heavy, down. But he's actually not. He's straight. He's straight as fuck. And he fucking cycles through girlfriends. And like, I don't know. He just always gave me the most fucking weird fucking sinister vibe, because I'm like, oh, you understand like therapy talk and you know how to speak to women and you know what women like, but you're actually just using it to your advantage to get something out of women, which is just as sexist. So may that man suffer a long and painful death. Trust and believe.
Isn't that mananistic? What's the word?
Misandrist. Also, like, no, I just remember he was so cringe. Like, he would just post, like, poetry. Okay, I know, whatever. Y'all are going to be like, oh, like, you can't hate on someone's poetry. Like, that's really mean. Yes, I know it's mean. And I'm going to keep doing it. His poetry sucked. I'm sorry. We used to read it all the time. And we would be like, this was awful. And then he would also post, like, I don't know, like, fit checks and stuff on his Instagram. And all his fits were terrible.
We went pretty far in the episode without hating on a specific person.
Well, we're hating on him now, but it's like, if you want to post a fit check, if you want to post an outfit, the outfit better be fucking good, because if it's not, I'm fucking running your ass through the fucking mud in Ethan and I's DMs. Let me fucking tell you something.
Is that how people view the world? Because I went into Japanese archival brand pop-up store wearing Uniqlo and a Sailor Moon shirt.
Yeah, shout out FIBA Archive. We went to the store pop-up in Melbourne and we got some cute things. I got this like sling bag from Capital, and then Ethan got some new pants.
Yeah, I got some chick magnet pants.
Baggy wide leg cargo pant.
You call them faggy?
No, baggy. Did you just say fag?
Did you just say wig?
Did you just say faggot? Wait, did
no,
you just say faggot?
I didn't say the hard
faggot.
T.
Wait.
I said faggy.
No, that's ours. Faggot.
Anyways, what I'm kind of saying is that
what are you saying? Do you say things?
That's me playing the piano. It is important to call people out when they're being shitty. And even like if you are like a female that's friends with a man and he says something shitty, you should definitely say something, because the fact that he's friends with a woman is like a sign that there's like some hope. But it's like there are men in the world, like true misogynists, that are never gonna like take a lesson from women saying, please, can you not be a misogynist anymore?
Yeah. No, but the thing with that is that like I feel like men will only listen to other men, because there are so many people who are friends with men, like so many women who are friends with men who are just pieces of shit, but the men will do nothing until another fucking man with a full-grown cock and balls will approach him and be like, oh, hey, man, like, that was really fucked up what you said. Like, it ain't weak to speak. Like, men's mental health, yada, yada. And then they fucking finally start realizing, oh, I'm a fucking misogynistic piece of shit. And it's like, it shouldn't take a man, like, to be able to tell you that. Like, anyone should be able to fucking tell you that you're being, like, that joke was not okay, or that, like, the comment that you made was not cute, you know?
Yeah.
Like, keep it cute, right? Yeah. And, like, so, yeah, I just, like, that is something that like really irks me, that it's like men will only take direction from other men, because again, they don't see women as equals. They don't see women as equal human beings to them. Yeah. So like, yeah. But like, I just want to say that like, it's very important to like be very acutely aware of who your friends are and what they believe and what their morals are, because like, you know, like, well, for example, like I will not be friends with anyone who's pro-Israel, period. That's just the real tea. Like, I will never. And it's like, I can't have a fucking conversation like with someone who is like trying to convince me of that, because there is nothing you could possibly say that is going to fucking make me pro-Israel. Like, you know, when Mason was in Japan, is like they're coming back today, but they're in Japan and they matched with someone, found out this person was pro-Israel, and then Mason was talking to this person, and this person was literally trying to argue the house down on like why Israel is actually like a really good country, and that they're actually not like, you know, performing a fucking genocide right now, and like all these things. Like, and Mason was like, what the fuck? Like the fact that this fucking Israeli guy can go to Japan and have a fucking holiday in Japan. It's like, what the fuck do you think Palestinian people are currently going through right now in this fucking day and age, bitch? You think they can just pack their shit and just go to fucking Japan? And have like the fucking, like, it's insane, like the fucking privilege and like the complete unawareness of like what is actually happening in the country. It's like, bitch, you're from the country, how the fuck do you not know? Like, so anyways, so that was like a whole thing, right? So like, so sorry, like relating that to what I'm saying now, it's like, I'm just like, I refuse to be friends with someone who is like who can't recognize this as like a real issue, who cannot acknowledge the misogyny and like violence that's constantly being fucking like that is currently happening right now, like towards women in Australia, perpetrated by men all the fucking time. you know? Like, that's just like,
Yeah.
it's a non-negotiable. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I agree with that. But
Yeah.
if like, I think if you are like watching this and you're like younger and you have like younger friends who like sometimes say that stuff, like I think it is worth like calling them out and like giving them like a chance to change if you're still at that younger age.
Just like having a conversation about it, and most importantly, like, because obviously, you know, people when they're younger, yes, they can say stupid shit and they can fuck up. Like, I get that, right? So like, to be able to have a conversation about it and, you know, reach
Yeah, you
some sort
definitely
of
still have to
level of
talk.
like understanding, be able to educate each other, like, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But then there's also like, it's like, don't let people get away with that shit. Like,
Yeah.
don't let people get away with it, because it becomes worse and worse. It follows them for the rest of their life and becomes an even bigger issue in their fucking adulthood when they start to like really believe these things that they're saying and then start like showing it through their behaviors.
Yeah.
Physical, like and the ways that they physically treat like women. Like, you know, like Eurydice Dixon, who was this woman who was killed when she was going back to her house. She lived in like Carlton, I think. She literally wasn't even like a kilometer away from her house. She was like just about to get in her house. She was murdered by a 19-year-old man from Broadmeadows.
Mm.
Like, that motherfucker was 19 and he murdered a woman.
Mm.
That's crazy, right? That's fucking crazy. The fact he's so young and he already has these fucking vile, sick, like, you know, ideas and like ability to actually like murder, right? And plan a murder. I'm like, that's fucked, right? So it's like, that's what I mean. Like, it starts when you're so fucking young, and like that shit will just, it will keep brewing and like growing in you until finally you can't fucking repress it anymore, and then you go out and fucking murder and rape and assault and abuse a bunch of women, right? So like, put that shit to an end when you fucking see it, is what I'm trying to say, period. Like, just fucking cut it at the fucking root before it grows into like something even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I just want to make my stance very clear that I think every trans woman should legally be allowed to carry a firearm. Every fucking trans woman, every doll, every trans woman, every femme queen should be legally allowed to carry a firearm and shoot a fucking chaser or just an evil man that is trying to fuck with them. Like, truly, that is what I believe. And I don't give a fuck. I know that Australia is like anti-gun and whatever, and I'm pretty anti-gun too, but like, at this point, okay, we need to fucking protect the dolls. We need to protect the fucking trans women in this fucking country, in the fucking world, okay?
Yeah. I've got 2 guns right here, babies. Come get them.
Oh God. Anyways, but yeah, so I did want to say that as well.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm actually going to a self-defense class tomorrow.
You been for real?
Yeah.
I'm not invited. No, I'm kidding. You didn't mention.
Yeah, I know. Like, it was pretty like it was planned last week, but I'm gonna learn self-defense because like I'm low-key really scared going outside now, and like I just want to know that I can handle myself if I was ever in a situation like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it'd be helpful like if you're like at like Yaya surrounded by twinks, then you definitely have the ability.
just to give me like some peace of mind,
Yeah,
you know.
no, for sure.
And
I
also
think that's
because yeah,
important.
I've been fucking tried in public, and people have fucking tried to start shit with me in public. So like, it'd be nice to like actually like know how to like physically defend myself instead of like verbal, because I tend to just like go verbal.
Yeah. You know, I had a dream last night. I think I either stood up for you or myself, but I spat on someone and it landed like right in their eye. This was all a dream. But I think that was powerful.
Wow, there is power in that, and you know, I've actually been holding space for that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I'm in queer media, so
Oh, I
I'm
didn't know
holding
that was
space for that.
happening.
Can we just have like 5 seconds of silence to like hold space for this right now?
We should do an episode where
Thank
we
you.
just stare at each other.
No,
You don't think we could stare at each other for an
no,
hour?
because you make me uncomfortable,
That's funny.
and I don't want to look at you for an hour.
Me neither.
Your ass should be in jail, right? What are you doing here? Like, weren't you meant to be born in jail? Like, go to jail.
I
Go to
was-
jail.
I was the jail.
Go to jail. How would you prove yourself out of jail if you were born in jail? How would you prove yourself out?
Like what?
Like if you were born in jail, because I'm saying all men should be born in jail and forced to prove their way out. How would you prove yourself out?
Oh, I wouldn't. I would say, oh, please, I'm having so much fun in here. Let me stay.
Oh, you would want to stay.
I'd be in there with Troye Sivan.
Like you wouldn't do like a little dance or like, you know, like make them like your kimchi fried rice or something like.
No, I'd say you guys can take someone else, but I'm staying with Troye.
What is your obsession with Troye Sivan? What is it?
I don't know. He came into work. It just changed everything. No, he didn't come into my work.
Okay. Anyways, I'm planning on hosting an Ethan Tibb lookalike competition, $100 cash prize, my bedroom. No, I'm kidding. State library probably, but I want to do a Ethan Tibb lookalike competition. So if you have friends who look like him, please like let me know because I think like we're gonna do it.
No, I'll be disappointed.
Really? I've seen dupes of you.
Yeah, but I just feel like I wouldn't be satisfied, and then you'd be like, wow, this person looks like Ethan, let me get with him.
You can choose the winner.
No, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. Also, I was telling Ethan, like, okay, like, I genuinely, like, when it comes to men, I feel like with women, I'm mostly chill. But when it comes to men, I always have, like, a very specific type of, like a guy with, like, brown hair. Like, I don't know, like, it's a thing, but, like, I really like brunette guys for some reason. And like I'm like looking at my dating history. I have like fucked like a lot of people. Like, come on, let's be honest. Let's not beat around the bush. I have fucked a lot of people, but like majority of these men specifically are like they all have brown hair for some reason. And I'm like, what is that? Like what is that linked to? Do I just not trust men with blonde hair? Like because I think they're like secretly neo-Nazis. And then like you know, like men with like black hair, like I'm into that as well. I just like I think I like a dark hair, you know.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, yeah, like
no, someone said the dark is referring to dark features.
Like what?
Like dark hair, dark eyes.
Oh,
not
okay.
skin color. That it might be.
Yeah. I don't know. I like really like because I feel like I feel like the hair color is really important to me, especially with like even with women as well. I feel like a lot of like girls that I've like pursued are like brunette or have like dark hair. But
Black.
I'm scared of blonde people. And
Maybe
the guy whose mom who fat shamed me, he was fucking blonde as well. And when we fucked, he was blonde with these big ass fucking blue eyes. Bitch looked like fucking Miley Cyrus. The fuck. And when we were fucking, I couldn't fucking look at him in the eyes, or else I felt like I was gonna be paralyzed, like he was fucking Medusa or some shit.
Maybe I'll get blue eyes one day.
Yeah, like the contacts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, I think it's just a little too like confronting for me. But like, if you look like that, like thoughts and prayers, like it's not your fault. Like, you don't have to change.
I feel like lots of people like blonde people.
Yeah.
Like blonde people like blonde people.
I don't actually, but then again, like during sex, I feel like I don't really like maintaining eye contact. Like, I'm just like, please don't look at me. Like, don't look at me. Just fuck me. Just fuck me, but don't look at me. That has to be a kink. Insecurity kink.
I was gonna say deep-rooted trauma. That works too.
We can get into that another episode. But yeah.
You don't have insecurity kink. What if someone called you like ugly during sex?
Okay, I don't have an insecurity kink anymore. Well, I mean, sorry, I don't have insecurity anymore. But like when I like back in the day when I was like fucking like, and maybe even a little bit of like the first half of this year, I think I was pretty insecure about myself and like my face and my body. So I was like not really wanting to like, I don't want someone to like look at me like while I'm like gagging on their cock and like I just like get all up in my head about it. But I feel like more recently, like towards the second half of the year, I'm like actually like, no, I'm like so chill and like this person is like, yeah, like you're gonna like suck it, then look in his eyes, then the next day I might leave it on red. Like I'm literally like, I don't give a fuck. Like I know I'm hot and I know I'm sexy, gorgeous, cute cunt.
Yeah, good.
So it's like during sex I can like embody that and like actually like be chill with it. So yeah, I don't know what changed. I think I just like again, like I just got happy. Like I got happy.
I keep slipping confidence pills in your your coffee.
And I keep slipping estrogen pills in your coffee.
With a little bit of piss, right?
Wait, so then who's driving the bus?
The fuck? What the hell?
But yeah, so it's been good, you guys. I'm like actually like, guys, my mood, like it's good, and I think it's because I've been getting enough sleep. Like that's good. That's awesome. Like good for me.
You're eating pretty good.
Was that a read?
God, that's not a read.
Was that a read?
You're looking healthy.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I've actually been like okay. But knock wood, don't jinx it. Okay, don't fucking jinx it.
Do you also think the fact that like we're best friends has like anything to do with it?
Oh, and like you make my life like 100 times better.
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh, that's Mason's line. I haven't heard that in ages.
Anyways.
Why? You're rolling eyes shit. I hate it.
What's your name?
Rachel.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm lazy. Wait, is that the next one?
I'm lazy at the moment.
Oh yeah, lazy at the
Bitch,
moment.
I'm fucking dying. This is literally gonna be our last episode. I'm fucking dying, cunt. I'm dying the house down. And I better fucking look cute this episode, or so God help me when I'm fucking editing this. I better look good.
Look at me. Turn more. You look stunning.
Okay, thank you.
And you've been playing with your hair. That's like a stunning thing.
Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, we're out of time.
You can say one more thing.
I don't really have much. Oh, actually, we started watching Arcane and Jade loves it.
No, I don't.
Well, we're gonna finish it.
Why would you say that? Why the fuck would you say that?
Why the fuck?
Do you think a cool person like me who has sex on a regular basis watches Arcane? Don't try gag me like that,
Don't look at the camera
honey.
for validation.
Don't try gag me, okay? I do not watch that fucking incel fucking League of Legends fucking piece of shit fucking show, honey. Okay, Arcane sucks. I hate it.
Okay, next week we're gonna have finished it, and Jay's gonna be like, "I'm so sorry, I said that to the Arcane community. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean." Like you apologize to all the furries. You stupid girl.
Arcane community. The Arcane community.
Yeah.
No, okay. You will not catch me lacking.
Okay, but not everything has to be gaggy.
Show.
Not everything has to be super gaggy. Some things can be nerdy and cool and fun.
I'm not a nerd. I'm
Just
cool.
enjoy
I'm
things.
cool. I have cool niche interests. I'm cool. Okay. I listen to Bella and Sebastian. I don't watch Arcane.
That's not niche.
That sounds like the guy that I used to see. He's like, I listen to Sonic Youth. Okay, I don't watch Arcane. Yeah, no. Okay, fine. I watched like 3 episodes and like, fuck, it was fine.
You cried.
No, I fucking didn't. I did not fucking cry watching Arcane.
You literally said, "I'm so sick, I'm dying, but I'm happy because I'm watching Arcane."
Bitch, I'm fucking done with you.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm fucking done with
Jade,
you.
that's not our shit. NBB calm. NBB calm. Non-binary be calm. Am I ending it? Well, I'm gonna end it now. Jade left. Okay, bye everyone. Thank you for watching episode 28 of Cocteau Twinks. We'll be back next episode if Jade's still alive.
Wait. No, you name. It's gonna be.